We need business leaders, not excuses. So listen, learn, and go do it. This is the Biz Tools Podcast. Now, just two guys, a girl, and a lot of caffeine. It's David Specht, Sean Green, and Molly Corbett.
Welcome to the Biz Tools Podcast. I'm your host, David Specht, who sounds like he's on the Friday afternoon drive time here at the Biz Tools Podcast. Yeah, we've got Jefferson Starship coming up here right after the break.
They're going to build this city.
Yeah.
On a good foot.
And I'm here, your host for the Biz Tools Podcast. To my immediate right.
It goes south so fast.
It does. Molly Corbett. Welcome, Miles.
Hey!
This is Wolfman Jack here talking about the Biz Tools Podcast. And to my left is Sean Green.
Uh-oh, I'm in trouble. Uh-oh, look out, everybody. Oh, no. FCC better get on this.
Oh, no.
Do they even have jurisdiction over podcasting?
Not podcast, but we're on the radio, remember? God, you killed
Tune
the
in
joke.
radio.
Bit killer.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Oh, you did.
Dave, go home.
Dingo in the baby.
A dingo ate your baby.
Okay.
Help
Let's
us.
go back to the
Someone
rails.
help
Back
us.
to the rails. Left turn.
Hot 97.
And we're your hosts for the Biz Tools Podcast.
I'm
This
so
is
sorry.
how the show works. We take a business subject,
We
toss it
beat
up.
the living hell out of it.
Well, sort of.
We try to squeeze some form of advice out of it and share it with you. And we solicit your questions at ask@thebiztools.com. We also ask that you comment in our show notes located at thebiztools.com/thepodcast. Today's subject. What do you do, Sean? Exactly. How many times have you been asked that and you're just like, let's talk about this.
What don't I do?
Everybody should be able to tell somebody what they do.
Yeah.
There's always an opportunity. You're meeting somebody for the first time. You're in a networking opportunity. You're serving on a board. You're going to the bank and looking for a loan. And they ask you, what is it that you do? You should be able to spit out with clarity what it is you exactly do. And some people will call it an elevator pitch. Some people call it the feature presentation or your 30-second or 60-second commercial.
Right.
Let's talk about this because networking still to this day is the very best way to build your business.
Absolutely.
Building relationships. And very, very often we stumble over what it is we do. Why is that? Sean?
I don't know. I think you are in your business. Well, people who are listening to this are probably in their business. They are in the shit of their business, if you will. Like, they're in the shit, man. And it's hard to boil what you do down to 5 words. You know what I mean? You think, well, I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this. It's just like you were saying before we started in the production meeting. But what thing do I do? You have to find a way to go, to me, I could get really artsy with it. And if somebody said, what do you do? I could say, well, I help tell the story of Shreveport Bossier's business.
Well, that's
a great way to say that.
It is. It's really good, actually.
Did you just make that up?
Yep.
Oh, my God.
I really did.
I'm so impressed.
Yeah, well, that's my one good thought for the day. I'm done, everybody. Bye. So I'm going home.
He's not as good as he once was.
No.
But he's as good once as he ever was.
That's it. That's all that matters.
I think we have to think of it in this term. The audience that we're in front of, even if it's an audience of one, what can we tell them that will connect with them?
Yeah.
What you tell the banker you're trying to get a loan from is different than what you're trying to tell a client.
Yeah.
A potential client.
For sure.
And so, like, for the banker, it would be like, we run a multi-million-dollar media empire.
But should it be, though?
Well, I mean...
Oh, we could argue that all day.
Yeah, I mean, when somebody asks me what I do, like biz, and I have to quantify it. Was it biz, Bossier Press Tribune, Minden Press Herald, Webster Printing? But when somebody asks me about biz, I say we try to help businesses do what they do better. And whether it's telling the good news of the business community, or it's offering hopefully sage advice through this podcast or through the columns in our publication or through the blogs. It's all centered on trying to help somebody in business do what they do better.
Right.
And so telling somebody that is really easy. But if I'm, if I'm at a Dave Ramsey conference,
Same thing.
And I'm in a room full of people who do that, now I have to change the story and say, okay, what is it that you do, David? Well, now I say, I'm a leader in an organization that tries to help people do their.
So you think it's situationally appropriate?
Yes, I think so. I think you need to have the basics down, but I don't think I've heard these sales guys say, you got to get in front of the mirror and it's got to roll off your tongue, and it's the elevator pitch because it has to be the amount of time between floors, and you should be able to spit out what it is.
No, I think ultimately the word is authentic. It has to be authentic, and if it is authentic, it will roll off the tongue.
Yes,
and it will be quick.
I think it needs to be not mysterious, but it needs to have an aura of like, what?
It needs to be compelling. What do you do for a living? Well, you don't want to say I'm in sales. You want to say I help people. Or, I solve this problem. And say it in the way that's creative. Like for me.
Yeah.
You know how someone says, "What do you do for a living?" Well,
I take pictures.
You know how you need some compelling visual presentation of what you do for a living, so that you can show people what you do. And you know how you don't know how to do that? Well, I do. I do know how to do that.
Nice.
I have the time, training, equipment, and passion to represent you the best way possible visually.
See, we talked about this at one of the live podcasts back in the day.
Yes.
And somebody, man, I can't remember who it was, and maybe you said this. They said, "What does Molly do?"
Oh, I remember who it was.
And this person said she I think it was either you said this about yourself or somebody said about you said she makes me look like a rock star.
I said it. It's my tagline. I make businesses look like rock stars.
There you go.
On the web, in print, and in social media.
You could just stop. I make business look like rock stars.
Look, period. Yeah.
That's what people say, and now you've got them because they're going, really? How do you do that?
Right.
And then you've opened the door.
First off, we give them a mullet wig. Then we give
them a
flying V,
guitar.
a bandana, a cut off blue jean jacket,
just like at WrestleMania
over the leather jacket.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, dude.
I just got the most perfect visual too when you said.
Yeah, brother. But that to me, that's what I try to go for. That's why I just generated that statement about if somebody asked me, "What do you do?" That's what I would say because it has a bit of a
Yeah.
And because I would expect people to go, "Oh, I run a magazine."
You don't want to answer all the questions,
and you don't want to just say, "Oh, I run a magazine."
You want them to ask you for more information.
Bingo.
Yeah,
that's what I'm going for.
Because it's supposed to spark the conversation. It's not supposed to be, "Oh, bye."
I just learned something from you. We make businesses look like I'm freaking writing that down.
Well, see, and to me, I wouldn't. To me, that I try to come up with something that would be situationally appropriate in all situations, because that's going to get your executive to go, "What?" And it's going to make your artsy people on the flip side of the coin, Molly, go, "Yeah, right on, man." They're going to connect. So either they're going to like that you're
instant hook.
Yeah, that you're awesome, or that you're going to get somebody to go, what does he mean by that?
Well, and not just that. Understand too that not everybody we come into contact with has absolutely no idea who we are.
Right.
They have preconceived ideas who we are.
Yeah, and sometimes you're combating that.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
And I think it's funny. We were talking with a potential partner of ours, and he thinks Sean does public speaking.
Has he met you?
And Sean's like, I'm the guy who sits behind the computer and helps Dave do whatever Dave needs done.
Facilitator.
Oh my God.
I'm the guy in the shadows that nods slowly.
Can you hear him at like a I can see him at a conference.
Well, we talked about this. I said, I'm just going to have to be me.
Yeah,
like, the leash is going to have to be off, and I'm just going to have to be like, look, I'm going to curse, and I'm going to be rude, and I'm going to be mean and somewhat offensive. But it's all because I mean well.
It's all in love.
Yeah. So
you're fat. Now that we know the problem, we can take care of it.
Fucking fat. Come on. Now that you know what the problem is, we can solve it.
We don't say fat in this house.
Hey, that's Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What?
Arnold Schwarzenegger
High density? What do we use here?
Arnold Schwarzenegger pointed that out.
Fluffy?
I'm raising an 8-year-old.
Arnold Schwarzenegger pointed that out, that people get offended when you tell them they're fat.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
He's like, own it. Just own it and then take the problem.
And fix it. You know, it'd be like he said. It would be like going to the doctor and you're coughing and you go. The doctor says, "Well, you're sick," and you're like, "What do you mean I'm sick?" He's like, "I just diagnosed you." You know.
I don't believe you.
Yeah, but
you're just mean and hateful.
I know what he.
But that's what I'm saying.
I remember a Saturday not too long ago where I was forced to watch a documentary about Arnold Schwarzenegger, and I'm having flashbacks.
Was it Pumping Iron?
Is he like? Is it the 70s? Yeah. That's it.
That one's a bit out.
Thanks, Charlie.
That's a bit out there. Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Never get that 2 hours of my life back.
But the preconception about you, simply because
I'm associated with you.
You're associated with me. You're heard on the podcast. Well, he is a sociopath. But also, think about it though. Outside of the realm of what he does, you've seen him at a breakfast. Talking with me. Right. You hear him on the podcast. You would never know he's an introvert.
That's true. Actually, I hadn't even thought of
Courtney,
looking at it that
your
way.
best friend that we've mentioned in every podcast so far.
Just about.
Hi, Courtney. We love you.
We do. She said a great thing where she said, "I'm an introvert." And I was like, no way. And she's like, oh, no. And she's like, the test was if you have to interact with people all day and you go home and you are exhausted, you're an introvert. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'm definitely an introvert.
She definitely has long periods of decompression. And if she says she's going home, she means it.
Yeah.
You're not going to talk her out of it.
Yeah, that's called Saturday and Sunday for me. I go home and I'm just like, I'm
but
done.
You know what? Even as high energy and as extroverted as I am, I still need periods of decompression.
Well, everybody does. But,
and I mean, I don't want to see anyone. Like, I love to go to the commissary and put my, and that's a grocery store for you civilians. I love to put my headphones in and just shop and not have any conversation with anyone.
Oh, so you're that woman.
Oh yeah. Let me tell you.
I'll just do the wave or the grin unless I know you. Just
How
like,
you
hey,
doing? How you doing?
Yeah, how
no,
you
just
doing?
do the neck. The that.
Sup.
Sup.
I'm
so sorry. Oh wait, they can see us.
Yes. Hello.
Okay. It's called the. I do that so much at the gym, unless I've talked to you. And I mean, I see the same dozen people in there. Yeah, I'm just like, I just give them the smile or the wave or the, that thing.
Yeah.
And it's just like, because I don't want to, I'm in the middle of work and I want to talk to you.
Let's use the gym as an example. How many times has somebody come up to you and go, hey, we've been working out a lot, same treadmills. What is it you do?
A couple times.
Yeah.
Really?
Not too
I
often.
would think that's so rare. Yeah.
But I mean, it's been a couple times. I mean, I tried to give one guy business advice.
Yeah, he actually gave one guy business advice,
and he didn't take it.
But now he's struggling.
He's successful. He'll never be beyond this level of success. But I mean, maybe this is what he wants. I don't know. But yeah, it does happen, and
I find I trip over my words more than I should. When
I'm real awkward.
Happens.
Oh, listen, that's not my safe zone. So I trip over my words.
I like to get to know the person and then have them ask me what I do. And even then, most of the people in the gym are not aware of my magazine. One guy I told about, and he got super excited and was like, "Well, I know people. I'm going to try to get you advertising."
Oh, that's
and I was
awesome.
like, "Hey, all right,
yeah,
do it, dude."
Yeah,
Appreciate
it's funny.
you.
It's funny too because we wear our brands on our shirt, as is Sean is today, and you'll and you'll go to a place.
Now he wants to be in.
Yeah, and you'll go to a place like, I don't know, Second and Charles, and they'll be like, "So what is BIZ?" And you're just like, "Do I really need to get into this?" But you do.
But that's a shirt doing its job.
Well, one time a girl was reading the magazine when we were in there shopping,
and
he goes, and I heard Dave go, "That's him," and I went, "Hello."
Yeah, she was like, I go, "He's right there." She was reading his column, and she went,
"Wow."
Like, hello. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. Actually.
I'm legit. Yeah, I stopped at Second Charles. But that's
who of us doesn't?
Yeah, but I don't know where we are now. What are we
talking about our
branding.
Being able to talk about our brand. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you don't know clearly what it is you do, you need to figure it out.
Oh yeah.
Because
who talked about that when we went to a leader cast, and they said you should be able to tell somebody what you do in a short sentence. Was it Maxwell, John C. Maxwell, maybe?
Maybe.
I can't remember.
I think they're all talking about that.
Well, yeah, because so many people can't articulate it.
Still can't articulate. Yeah.
you go like when we had some of the breakfasts there, and there was this one guy who was using Legos to teach architectural engineering
Bricks for
things.
kids.
Bricks for kids,
yeah, and he knew it. He owned it, and then
we had the freaking iPhone case with that was branded, and it was the Lego pad.
Yeah,
and I'm like, that's perfect.
It's
But then you have the other guy who's like every week's got a different business.
I'm going to tell you what, I am in a weekly networking group, and if you don't know how to, it makes me so angry when people stand up and hem and haw. It's like, you should know this, damn it. We are here every week.
This is what you do.
50 weeks out of the year.
Well, not that, but this is what you do.
You are torturing us. If you don't know what you do, sit down, get out of this group, because you're not helping. If you can't even talk about look, if you cannot even talk about your business, how are you selling me out there? Mm-hmm. This is a networking group we all pay to be a part of. It makes me very angry.
Spoilers or not.
What?
They're not talking about your business if they can't even talk about your business.
I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why it makes me so angry. Because we all pay to be a part of this organization, and we're supposed to be talking about each other and selling each other's businesses.
She's turning into She-Hulk.
Yeah,
Stop.
well, it just takes.
Just getting, Well, the green skin will look nice with the red hair.
I feel very strongly about this.
Yes, you do. It's okay. It's okay.
It'll be all right.
Yeah, calm down. But yeah, I mean, the elevator pitch is hard because again, you have to be, that
right.
When somebody asks you what you do, I think a lot of times in my brain, maybe I'm wrong on this. You guys can advise me on this. I think it's like, I don't know. I'm a lawyer. I think they're expecting that answer, or I'm a doctor, or I work for the hospital, or and it's like when
Sean, that's why having a good one is such an easy home run. Because you're going to be you're going to be remembered. You'll be memorable. Here's what I say: take an hour, get online, Google how to talk about your business.
Oh, and don't look up mission statements.
No. That's not what
we're
how
talking about.
To talk about your business.
Yeah.
I found one and worked on my own presentation this week because I wasn't going to be able to be at my networking meeting, and I needed to send my husband, and God knows I wasn't going to leave him on his own to talk about my business. So I gave him my 60-second elevator pitch. And it's what do you do? What problem do you solve? Why are you different? And what makes them come back? Answer those 4 questions, but there's other articles out there that say the same thing in a different way that will speak to you. Find it, spend an hour, get some paper, get by yourself, read it to some people, and then just record yourself saying it and play it over and over. Let your pitch be your own podcast that you listen to.
And if our dozens of listeners out there, I encourage you to tweet us with your business business pitch.
Your pitch.
In 144 characters or less.
144 exactly. It should be 144 characters.
It should be.
So do it. Just do it.
Are we going to make them do a hashtag?
Yeah.
The pitch.
Nah.
Biz pitch.
There we go. Okay.
Hashtag Biz pitch.
Biz pitch.
Just hashtag it or tweet it to us at the Biz Tools.
That. Tweet it to us with that hashtag.
I like
it.
And we'll, if you guys actually do it,
we'll read them on the
We'll read them
on the podcast.
We'll reward you by reading it, and maybe we'll even judge you. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, we'll definitely.
Oh, you can't judge me.
No. Yeah. We're judging.
Well, there went everybody who just went there. Like, well, forget it.
Part 2.
Yes.
But now we're going to move on to
the Biz Tool of the week.
Of the century.
Of the week.
Of the week.
We all use this, but a lot of people don't.
Oh my God! I thought you had lifted your middle finger just then. Sorry.
We all do
Please
this.
continue. Like, yes, we do, actually.
But what for?
And in what way?
In what way?
Yeah.
No. Name tags. Let's talk about name tags.
Love them.
Love the name tags. Because I'm the awkward guy who can't remember your name.
I don't know who you
and
are.
I don't want to put anybody else in that position.
I'm terrible with names.
I just
so bad.
am the worst.
So
yeah.
And
hey, you.
Yeah. Hey, you were that guy with the thing. Andrew. That's right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Ding.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So bad.
And there's nothing. There's lots of things worse. But
and they remember your name.
And they remember.
Oh yeah. They remember
David,
your kids' names.
I had this happen to me. Of
Hey,
course,
brother.
in all fairness, when you see somebody in an environment that's not where you normally see them,
Right.
it's really bad. But I was.
Usually, I see you.
You remember Margie Boucher?
Yeah.
Margie, she
Yes,
would come to the
yes,
Biz Breakfast.
yes,
Great
yes.
lady, great lady. I'm at the Greenwood Flea Market, and I'm walking by, and I hear, "Hey, David," and I look around, and she's like, "Hey," and I'm like, "Hey," you know, and it took like 30 seconds into
Your
the
brain
conversation.
was it-
It's
was
like
it
it's
actual-
like it's like going through the Rolodex.
Your brain
Who is it?
was-
Who is it? Oh,
Your brain was a Mac color wheel
Yeah.
for a good second, just spinning its heart out.
It is so awkward.
It's and it's kind of. I get
awful,
horrified.
and- yeah.
I already feel awkward anyway. So,
but with the name tag, you know, you take that pressure off of them. You know, and it's like, David, good to see you, or Sean, or
Right.
whatever. And
it solves a problem.
It does.
If you ever catch me talking to someone, "Hey, darling, how you doing, sweetie?"
I was like,
I
she
have
doesn't
no idea
know.
who they are.
She doesn't know.
I have so much love for strangers.
Well, you do, and you do that. I'm glad you pointed that out. Where you talk about the you'll talk to them in their name.
Yes.
Well, like, hey, Sean. Well, Sean. You know, and it's like to let them know I know your name.
I'm always praying. Yeah, once I seize on the name, I can't say it enough. I mean, I'm like blah 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 blah. Yeah, Sean.
Yeah, I know your name. I know your name. Ha 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 ha. Yeah.
But until that, and sometimes Charlie will hook me up because Charlie's like, I'll say, "Oh, have you met my husband?" And he knows when I say, "Have you met my husband?" He damn well better say his name so that they say theirs.
Oh my!
He's learned.
Oh,
He's learned.
It's like an
code.
audio cue.
He's
Nice.
learned. Okay, Molly has no idea who the fuck this is,
So-
and I had better get this name or I am toast. That's what that is.
Nice.
No,
That's good.
I have a real bad habit of not introducing my wife when we're in places. It's just very.
I am
Yeah.
ashamed
No,
of
it's
you.
okay. You're real bad at introductions.
Yeah, I am.
Across the bar.
I'll start talking, and you know, and then here's the other person just sitting over there going. Finally, Tina got smart, and she goes, "Hey, I'm David's wife, Tina," and she'll put her hand out. But
Bless her heart.
and then she slapped
As
me
good
with
as
it.
that woman cooks,
Now,
I'm still thinking about her breakfast.
First burritos. Yeah.
Oh.
yes,
But hash brown.
half brown.
Home fries.
Now, two things. The two caveats on the name tag thing.
Two caveats.
Number one, when possible, never, ever, ever use the sticky ones that they give you at events.
It's better than no name tag though.
Is
I don't know
doing
that it
this?
is.
Someone doing this?
People do, yeah. People
And I've
do.
seen people like take now you can do this. Take the little sticker, and if you better have your business card with you.
Stick it to it.
Hashtag last episode,
Yeah.
and stick it under there and have it held on by that.
Jerry,
Right.
Yeah, Jerry would do that.
Yeah,
a
Jerry
lot.
would do that
That's
a
great
lot.
tip he showed us.
Yeah.
That is
fun.
actually that's
Number
a great
two,
Yeah.
and
I don't mean actually. I know that
Yeah.
sounds like it's not a good idea because Jerry came up with it, but I didn't mean it like that, Jerry. I swear to God.
He doesn't listen.
he
It's
doesn't
okay.
listen.
It's okay.
And the other one, and this is a little bit of an awkward subject, but for females, keep your name tag high on your chest.
The nipple area is not the appropriate location for your name tag,
If
ladies.
you're wearing a low cut dress, it's even
worse. You got to keep it up
Listen,
here.
and I'm
up on
going to
the-
go ahead and say it needs to be okay, lefties. I'm sorry, but we shake hands with our right hands.
Yeah, so-
and it needs to be in the sight line. So if my right arm is extended, it needs to be the exclamation point at the top of my right arm.
So kind of around your clavicle.
Absolutely,
It's like football.
Well, that's an anatomy lesson, but yes, no, it needs to be right there on the shoulder.
Oh, okay. It's like a foot, like a running back. High and tight.
Yeah,
You
Yeah.
know?
sort of football.
And most like I said,
Blasey.
most logos on on the imprinted shirts are on the left, so it's always better to put it on
Right.
the right.
Good job, t-shirt companies.
Yes.
yeah, way to work with us.
Thanks, t-shirt
nice.
industry.
But it's true because networking is awkward for everyone.
Yeah.
Even the ones that are good at it are still in a little bit of an uncomfortable position.
It's the worst first 3 seconds of any
So
conversation.
you want to make it as easy as possible for them to know your name and make eye contact.
Yeah, Amy Kennard's going to love this. She's big about where you wear your name tag.
Yeah, we
Yes.
should have just had
She
her
will
on show.
hate that I said the word nipple.
Twice now.
Oh, I hate that word. Oh, I hate that word.
I used to hate it too, but now that I'm a mom, I just think it's
Oh,
hilarious.
Nipple.
3 times.
Yeah, hat trick. All right, we're done, guys. Thank you for listening.
Please listen again,
Find
regardless.
us on Twitter at the Biz Tools, Facebook, or you can send your questions to ask@thebiztools.com.
And look for us on YouTube. We might be there.
Oh, maybe. Yeah,
Ooh,
we'll see.
Exciting.
Okay, bye, everybody. Till next month.
Bye.
Bye.
Got questions? Post them in the comment section of the show notes. We'll answer them. Find out more at thebiztools.com/thepodcast. Until next time, applied knowledge is power.